Good morning, Year 4. Our English lesson today, we are looking at editing our second section of our journalistic writing. So your book will look something like this. And as we know, our first task in an edit lesson, you need to select your 3 targets that you want to focus on. Okay, so this is your choice today. You have 3 targets. What do you think needs to be improved upon in your Waggle? In your writing, in your draft. So have a look back at your marking from Class Dojo and see if that can help you from the feedback myself and Mrs. Willis have given you. Okay, choose 3 targets for your edit today. Okay, then we are going to look at arms and cups today, which we have done before, thinking about revising and editing our work. Okay, so improving it through using arms and cups. So we might add sentences and words, remove unneeded words or sentences, move a sentence or word placement, substitute or change words for others, checking for capitals, checking for usage, that we've used our nouns and our verbs correctly, for example, our punctuation is correct, and we've checked all of our spelling words, including the ones we think are spelt right, because sometimes we might be wrong, so we just need to check every single word. Okay, so here is our Waggle, and as we go through, think about any vocabulary we might want to magpie to use in our draft today. So, Mr. Arable's farm, which is nestled on the outskirts of a small village of Cheadle, is home to a number of residents, including cows, geese, and their new baby goslings. It is a small establishment which rarely gets attention due to its demure size. However, the Arable family are now the talk of the town because of the incident in question. Everybody knows our name, stated Avery Arable, brother of Fern. It is thought that the conflict between father and daughter occurred early on Sunday morning, when shouting could be heard from the neighbouring farm. As a result of Miss Arable's daring rescue, Wilbur is now living a happy life under an apple tree in the Arable's orchard. Looking forward, it is understood that the rump pig is set to move to a new home in the Zuckerman's cellar, where his new mother intends to visit him every day. Who knows what the future holds for this perfect pink bundle and his unlikely hero? So, going through the Waggle then, can you pick out any vocabulary we might use to improve our draft? Off you go. Okay, then you might use nestled, outskirts, residence, establishment, rarely, attention, demure, talk of the town, incident, conflict, neighbouring farm, daring, looking forward. This is a nice adverbial to use because we need to think about the future in our final paragraph, what's going to happen next. Okay, so well done if you picked up these pieces of vocabulary. So we are showing up leveling of our sense today. Okay, so if you reread your work nice and slowly, you would see that sometimes it doesn't always make sense. So sometimes we need to focus on removing unneeded words or sentences, or substituting words or sentences to ensure that they make sense. So here's an example. Lurvy went down to the pig pen. He was strolling along. He saw the web. He was carrying a pail. He saw the web and went on to his knees. He was shocked. He prayed. He told the newspaper I was really freaked out. Okay, so there are lots of things that are wrong with this Waggle already. It seems that it's a story. It's not a journalistic piece of writing. It doesn't make sense. Sometimes it's in the wrong tense. We've missed out punctuation. Okay, so there are many errors that we need to work upon. So let's get started then. So Leary went down to the pig pen. He was strolling along. He saw the web. Okay, so we need to put this into a journalistic style. So on the morning in question, the farmhand, let's change that to use a relative clause. Leary, who is the farmhand, strolled down to the pig pen where he found an unbelievable miracle. he explained. So now we're turning this into a direct quote, okay? So because we've got some parts that we wouldn't know without speaking to him, we've used a direct quote. Now, we don't need to say he was carrying a pail, so this is something that we need to remove. It doesn't matter that he was carrying a bucket, nobody cares, okay? So we don't need that section of our writing, it can just be taken out, okay? And it says he saw the web and went on to his knees. So let's up-level that. He explained, when I first saw the message woven onto the web, I collapsed to the floor and prayed to God. Okay, so we've extended that idea. Okay, we've extended he saw the web and went onto his knees. He was shocked, he prayed. We've changed that to Levi, who is the farmhand, strolled down to the pig pen where he found an unbelievable miracle. He explained, when I first saw the message woven onto the web, I collapsed to the floor and prayed to God. Okay, so we've got to here. And we finally got, he told the newspaper I was really freaked out. Okay, so when asked about his traumatic experience, so we're using that high level vocab again, Levi responded that he was completely freaked out. Okay, so we've gone through each sentence. We have removed words we don't need. We have substituted words and up-leveled them where we can. And we've used arms and cups to edit part of our draft. So that's what you're doing today. You are having a look through, selecting the part of your second half of your draft that you want to edit, and then using arms and cups to improve your writing today, Year 4.